here from Planner with a Praise. If this is your first time visiting my channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back, my friends. And I hope that by now you are a part of the Praise team. Before I begin this video, I want to pause to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. At the beginning of the week, I hit my first 100 subscriber mark, and I have to tell you, it was a really good feeling. So thank you so much for every time you click. Thank you to all of my subscribers for believing in me. I am still a work in progress, and I thank you again for taking this journey with me. My friends, in today's video, I want to talk to you about things that you could write in your planner even when you have no plans. And this video is inspired by a text I received from someone who told me they received a really nice gift at the beginning of the year. It was a really nice planner, and they didn't get a chance to use it because, like everyone else, our scheduled routine was hijacked due to this crazy COVID. And so, you know, as I thought about what she was saying, I began to, be reminded that even in the midst of times when our plans don't go as planned, does not mean that we can't remain some type of schedule and that we have to put our agenda or our planners or our notebooks. We don't have to put them to the side because there's so much that we can continue to do with our daily lives, even if our routine has been modified, adjusted, or just literally just taken out of the picture temporarily. So in today's video, I want to share with you 7 things that we can continue to write in our planner even when our scheduled plan of events have been adjusted. And just to remind you, I am on Instagram, so please go ahead and follow me on that platform as well. The other thing I want to share with you before I continue with the video is, you see these pages right here? I did a plan with me, and guess what? Footage was totally ruined. Somehow, some way, my entire footage was in time lapse, and what took me almost an hour to film was done in time lapse frame in 25 seconds. So yeah, I'm not happy about that, but it is what it is. Here is what the final result of that plan with me looks like. I used die cuts from Capital Chic Design. Everything else you see, with the exception of the washi tape, is from the Happy Planner. So let's go ahead and get started. One of the first things that came to my mind about what we could write in our planner is a daily wake-up call. When you find yourself away from a daily routine, it's so important to have some type of AM schedule. Typically, your morning sets the tone for your day. So if you are temporarily out of work, or you are working from home and you're able to log on to your work terminal at a time that works for you, go ahead and set a scheduled time for yourself so that you can have some type of routine. You'll be surprised at how important a regimented schedule is, even when you think you have nothing to do. The second thing that you could do is to write yourself notes of things to remember. Writing down what's on your mind helps you remember what you're likely to forget. So on Tuesday, under the Remember header, I wrote down a couple of things that I need to get done. One, I need to pick up my prescription. I need to drop off the donation box at the local thrift store. I need to make a dental appointment. And then also 2, I have to remember to renew my car registration. The third thing you could write down in your planner is you can assign yourself an at-home chore to do something that has been neglected for months. So for me, it's always the extra plastic containers that I somehow end up acquiring over the year. So my plan this week, now that I'm home on vacation, is to inventory my kitchen and get rid of all those extra containers from the Chinese restaurant, the old ones that have been stained. Yeah, it's time to get rid of those things. The fourth thing you can write in your planner, guys, is meal planning. Now, I will tell you, I am not a meal planner. I'm definitely not. But if you want to use your planner, you could definitely create a meal plan, especially if you are on some type of new diet, a new nutritional plan. You could go ahead and just begin to do some meal planning. So typically I do not do that, but for tutorial purposes, I will definitely write down my dinner plans for Wednesday. So in the planner, we have already gotten to hump day, and we have 4 things that we could write in the planner. We can give ourselves a wake-up call to offer a regimented schedule even when we are off schedule. We can write notes on things to remember. We could also create a household chore that's been neglected, and also use our planners to meal plan. So let's go ahead on to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The fifth thing that we could do in our planners is we could set aside time to go through our mail. So often our electronic mail and our physical mail gets piled up, sometimes for days and sometimes for weeks. Oftentimes for me, with my busy schedule, I will just go ahead and pull out the bills and toss all the other mail to the side for a later date. But guess what? If you find yourself in that situation and you are also one of those people who are temporarily delayed in their routine schedule, go ahead, set some time aside to sort through your mail, physical mail and your electronic mail. Equally important, guys. Let's go ahead and sort through that mail. So I'm going to designate that time for Thursday morning. Thursday mornings on Thanksgiving are typically very quiet around my house because I wake up very, very early to prepare the Thanksgiving meal. So I'm going to go ahead and schedule myself to go through my mail on that day. So before we go on to the sixth thing that you can write in your planner, I want to just pause. And honestly, it's not a pause, it's more like an addition. I am a huge Black Friday shopper. I've been doing it since my daughter, who is now 22, I've been doing this since she was like 2 years old. I get excited about shopping. I love to shop. And so, you know what? Black Friday is like a holiday for me. So you can see that on Friday, I already put a header of things that I want to buy. I won't be going out to the stores this year for obvious reasons, but guess what? I still plan on doing some online shopping. So in this area, and guys, even though this is not one of my 7 things that I had initially planned to put in this video of things you can write in your planner when you have no plans, a shopping list is definitely one of those things that you can put in your planner. So typically, you know, there's a sidebar here and there's some lines and it allows you to create a list here, but I used it for decorative purposes in this week's plan with me. But you could always place that list somewhere else in your planner. So for me, I placed it high on my list for Friday, and I'm going to write online shopping. Also, I need to run to Walmart because I am running out of one of my vitamins. I know I need to also log on to Walgreens, and I am a true watcher and loyalist to QVC, so I will definitely be spending some time in front of the TV to watch both QVC and also HSN. So now that I've added that component to what we could write in our planner when we have no plans, let's move on to the next thing. The next thing that we could do is we could plan to extract a portion of our day and dedicate it to home exercise. So on Saturday, I am going to make a commitment to get on the treadmill. But you know what? If you are one of those people who have stairs in your house, guess what? Consider it a built-in elliptical machine and go ahead and give yourself some leg exercises. The other thing you could do is go in the kitchen, get some of those canned goods. They make excellent free weights. So go ahead and just plan a little at-home exercise routine. Put it in your planner. Designate some time throughout the week to take care of that. The last thing I want to share with you that you could write in your planner is pre-planning for your return back to normalcy. This is a big one that people tend to miss. And then when it's time to go back to their regular scheduled program, they are in a hustle. They're in a thrust because they spent a lot of time ignoring the inevitable. At some point, we are going to be released from COVID. At some point, we are going to turn back to normalcy, and we have to be prepared for that. So now is a really good time to be preemptive and think about what it is that you need to do so that you're able to transition very smoothly back into your normal routine. If you have kids, you have to let that babysitter know, you know what, I'm returning to work on such and such a date, and I need you back in my home on that date at this time. If you commute by public transportation to and from work, now might be a really good time to go ahead and get those bus passes and those train passes so that you're not having to leave home extra early on day one in hopes that there's no line at the ticket machine. Go ahead and take care of those things. If you have to put your work clothes in the cleaners, go ahead and take care of that. Do you have to do it today and get them out tomorrow? No, but that's what planning is all about. Go ahead and schedule an errand to put those clothes in the cleaners and also plan a day to pick them back up. If you don't have to take your clothes to the cleaners, that's great. How about just go ahead, make sure that your clothes are clean and ironed and ready to go. If you take lunch to work, my friends, make sure that you have cleaned out that lunch bag, that tote bag, got rid of all those old receipts and unused cutlery that's in there. Clean that out. Clean it out. Take some time to wash it and prep it. Know what you're going to put back in there when the time comes. All these things can be put in your planner. So now that I have shared with you the top 7 things that you can put in your planner, before I give you a recap, I have to add something else as on a personal level for Sunday. And that is to set aside my tithes and offerings. My church is currently closed because we had a couple of people that were diagnosed with the virus, and so we are out of church again for the next 30 days, but I do want to make sure that my monies are set aside for the return. Okay, my friends, so let's just do a quick recap on some of the things that you can write in your planner when you have no plans. Number 1, stay on schedule. Give yourself a wake-up call each day. AM routines are uber important, even when you think you have nothing to do. Number 2, jot down notes, brainstorm, write down things that you need to remember so that your mind does not forget. You have a physical copy of the things that you want to do. Also, 2, give yourself a chore. That's number 3. Give yourself a household chore of something that has been neglected for months because of your normally busy schedule. Dinner plans, lunch plans, go ahead, write down those meal plans. It helps you when it's time to cook. You're not trying to figure it out at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You already know. You know what? This is what the meal plan is for this day. The other thing we covered was sorting through mail. Mail piles up tremendously because of busy schedules. Go ahead, take some time to clean out your electronic mail. Take some time to sort through the physical mail that comes day to day. Do those things. Write them down. Also, too, for me, I gave myself a to-buy list. And the good thing about having a to-buy list, if you stick to it, guess what? You'll be saving yourself tons of money if you stick to that list. Also, too, exercise. When we are at home at length, we can easily become couch potatoes. Don't let that be you. Think about what you have in your home that will allow you to do some at-home exercises. I recommended going up and down your stairs. If you don't have stairs in your home, maybe you live in an apartment building, and even if you do live on the main floor, go ahead and take a nice run up to the second floor, even the third floor, but keep that body moving. And then the last thing I shared with you was about being preemptive about returning to your routine schedule. Prepare yourself for the return, because guess what? It's coming. It may look a little different from when you left it, but definitely it is coming back. So be ready for returning to work. If you need to get ready for the winter, you think you're not returning to work until well after the holiday season, make sure your tires are ready for that snow. Make sure your oil change is intact. If you are a commuter by public transportation, get those passes and have them ready. Go to the cleaners and get those work clothes ready. Those are the things that we can write in our planner. Perhaps those are things that you don't typically write in your planner. Maybe you're one of those people that when you are at work, you are the person that has to fill their planner with scheduled appointments of meeting with clients or being on conference calls. Maybe you're the one that has to host that Zoom meeting, and that's what your typical planner looks like. But guess what? If you don't have those plans right now, it doesn't mean that you don't have plans at all. So be creative. Think out the box. What can I do to make my days productive? What can I write in my planner so that these pages are not wasted? My friends, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you were able to receive some ideas about how you can use your planner. If there is something that I missed, go ahead and write it in the comments below. I'd love to know what you are doing with your planner during these off seasons. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I suggest that you also hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. Guys, thank you for staying till the end. Also be reminded, I am on Instagram. You're welcome to follow me over there on that platform. You have a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. This is Charyl from Planner with a Praise saying peace and blessings.